Talk a little bit about how your experience in Hawaii and traveling and doing this just about anywhere on the globe paired with the fact that you have lived there. You know what I mean? So you're not going to Hawaii to go on vacation or bring your family and do that. You're going there to get stuff done. How does that mentality compare to someone who might be going there for the first time and might be a little distracted?
Well, whether I lived in Hawaii for 10 years. I loved every minute of living in Hawaii. Hawaii is an incredible place, has an incredible culture. There's amazing diversity. There's the aloha spirit, which is not just some catchphrase. It really is real. And I absolutely love Hawaii. And I think will always be for me a second home, even though I was born and raised in Florida. I spent 15 years there. I raised 3 kids there. And so Hawaii is a very special place to me. And maybe one day I'll be able to get back there. Even if not full time, I'd like to be able to spend more time there because I just love the islands. It's it's a very, very special place. But when I'm going there for work, I'm not going there to do the sunset cruise or to go to the Mai Tai bar or go to Rum Fire and hang out. And you have to go there to work. And the reality is these exotic locations the reality is there aren't a lot of exotic locations in the military. There are some. Most of them are the armpits of the world, like Fort Polk. It's called some new name now, or up in North Dakota, or some deserted wasteland, which is a lot of the military. But there are some incredible locations. You have places like Rota, Spain. You have places like Hawaii. You have places like Yokosuka, which is just south of Tokyo. You have Okinawa. You have Seoul, Korea, and you have a lot of places which are places where people dream of going to vacation. And so, but when you're going there to work, you're not going there for a vacation. You're going there because someone hired you to get a job done. And they hired you because they're in a lot of trouble. They've got charges that are against them that are going to change their life. Because if I'm on a case, it's a case where their life is going to be changed no matter what, whether they're going to get exonerated or if they get convicted, they're going to get rocked because no one hires me for low-level charges. And so you have a lot of pressure on that. And so if you take it as a vacation, you're screwing this Marine over, you're screwing this soldier over, and you're really doing a disservice to yourself and our profession. So when you go out there, it's not, I'm going to Hawaii again. Awesome. Let's go party. Or I'm going to Okinawa. This is going to be great. Maybe I'll get a sunset cruise in, or I'll get some scuba diving in. It doesn't matter where you go. You go with a mindset that you are going to go out there and you're going to do everything possible to win and dominate and get a result for that client. And the issue is I see a lot of civilian counsel that, and I'm not going to name any names, I probably should, but they look at these locations and maybe they don't do a lot of cases in Hawaii, and they get a Marine that calls them up and they're going to go to Hawaii. Well, then the next thing you know, it's like, it's a vacation time, and next they're going to take their wife, and now they're staying at the top floor of the Marriott Waikiki, and their wife is there or their kids are there. And you can't have the focus. I don't care how good your relationship is. If you take your wife to Hawaii, take her to Hawaii, but do it on your own dime and on your own time, right? That way you can spend time with her, take her down to Hanauma Bay, go down and do a sunset cruise, go to the North Shore, go to Matsumoto's Shave Ice, do all the tourist stuff that you want to do. But if you go there with your spouse and you're doing things right and you're getting after it in the morning and you're out at 6:30 in the morning and you're coming back at 10 o'clock at night, 6 days a week, your wife's never going to see you, and she's going to be bitching about how miserable the trip is, and I don't give her any time. That's just the way it is. And so I see these, civilian counsel, they go to these more exotic locations, and I've seen many of them bring their family out with them, and I am appalled by it. I think and I got it. They're probably paying for this out of their own dime. I'm confident they're not using client funds for that, because that would be a real problem. But if your lawyer that you hired is going to come out to Okinawa or come out to Korea or come out to Hawaii and they're bringing their family along for a vacation, that's a problem. You should have a huge problem with that. And so I always tell clients, find out how many times this lawyer's been to this location. Have they been to Hawaii before? How many times have they tried cases there? Have they had any success trying cases there? Because if they fly out to Hawaii and they've done 6 cases and lost all 6 out there, well, maybe you'll be lucky number 7, but do you really want to find out? Do you really want to find out? Or if they have no idea how difficult it is to get to Okinawa, spend 30 hours getting there, do the time zone shift, and if they're just trying to figure out where the hell to go when they get there and have no idea how to operate that far from home, you're not going to win that case. Or maybe you will, but you're so far against the odds that you need someone that's been tried and true, that does that for a living. You want someone who specializes in going into far locations. The vast majority of my cases aren't in Jacksonville, Florida. They're not in Tampa. They're not even at Fort Stewart. There are a lot of bases in the Southeast that are close to me, and we get a lot of calls from those bases. But for whatever reason, maybe it's I've been doing it so long, or maybe I have no idea. Maybe I'm hunting for punishment. I take the vast majority of these cases I take are on the other side of the world. And so you have to have a lawyer that's going to do that, because they want you to go out there and they want to win when they're away, and they don't have that home field advantage. If you're a military service member and you're stationed in Okinawa, mainland Japan, Korea, Europe, or some far-flung location, and you need a lawyer who actually has the ability to travel there and win your case and not take a vacation while he's out there, give me a call and we can do a consultation. I'm at 813-669-3500, or you can look us up at www.bileckilawgroup.com.